To welcome everybody and thank you for the attendance. This is, I think, our 10th year now partnering with Tollgate High School and doing financial literacy with the students, with the business students. This year was a challenge due to the fact, dealing with COVID issues. We couldn't do the fair last year and not knowing what the situation was going to be this year. Laurie Robinson, who helps us coordinate the event, we kind of came up with the idea of doing the virtual fair. And I think it worked out very well. We were able to reach out to more students, and I always think of every time there's a challenge, there's always an opportunity, and we took advantage of the opportunity, and hopefully this is something we can move forward and go through and reach out to more kids. And I know there's a bill in the State House that they're trying to promote financial education, and hopefully that will happen. And we've kind of got a template that we can kind of move forward with it. I'm just going to share a quick story before I turn it over to everybody else. We've had quite a few students that came through Tollgate through the fair, as well as winning the scholarship, and they've worked with us and gone on to bigger and better things. And the recent story that I'm going to tell is Kelsey DiCarlo, who was I think graduated here 3, maybe 4 years ago, and she's now she was a part-time teller, going to school at CCRI, working her way through school, and now she's a full-time employee with us, doing member service, doing loans, and continuously learning, and has been promoted a couple of times. So it's a great story to share, that somebody coming out of the financial literacy, where she was getting the education on how to do it, now she's helping other people do it as well. So that's a great story for both the school and for us, and she's a great kid. At this time, I'd like to call up the Mayor, Frank Cozy, to kind of give the citation. Thank you, Mayor.
Rather than make a speech, I'm just going to read you what the proclamation says. Whereas Wave Federal Credit Union, where did he go? the other one going to get it. All right. Whereas Wave Federal Credit Union, headquarters in Warwick, Rhode Island, in partnership with Tollgate High School, is the sponsor of the 10th annual CU4 Reality Student Financial Education Program and Fair. It was developed by the Financial Literacy Committee of America's Credit Union Museum. And whereas during the school year, monthly presentations were presented virtually by Wave Federal Credit Union's representatives on topics to help the students increase their understanding of the importance of managing their personal finances in order to be prepared for the financial challenges and lifestyle decisions that will face adults. And whereas the Tollgate High School students are participating today, May 18th, 2021, in the program's culminating event, the CU4 Reality Financial Education Fair, sponsored by Wave Federal Credit Union. And we'll practice, this is longer than I thought. And we'll practice what they learn in the classroom by interacting virtually to make purchasing decisions as consumers based on their chosen careers and corresponding monthly income. And at the end of the fair, the students will have experienced what it takes to develop a monthly expense and savings plan and have a better appreciation of the importance of budgeting, financial planning, and making wise purchasing decisions. Now therefore, Now therefore be it resolved that I, Frank J. Picozzi, Mayor of the City of Warwick, do hereby proclaim May 18th, 2021 as Tollgate High School Student Financial Literacy Day. It's official.
Good. Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like to call our General Treasurer, Seth Magaziner, to say a few words.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I want to start by thanking the Mayor for his leadership in the City of Warwick. Thank you to Principal Clory and everyone in the staff and the administration here, and everyone from Wave Federal Credit Union, Wave Credit Union, for supporting the fair every year. As treasurer, promoting financial education has always been one of my priorities, and I will tell you, Tollgate is a real model for the state when it comes to well-run, well-implemented financial education. The research shows that when students have access to financial education in high school, it leads to better results later in life. Kids that have access to financial education are more likely as adults to have higher credit scores, lower debt, lower likelihood of ever taking out a payday loan. So this is real, tangible education that will make a meaningful difference in the lives of Tollgate students. And as was mentioned earlier, one of the things that we have been doing up at the State House is promoting a bill that would ensure that every high school student in Rhode Island receives personal finance education, learning how to budget, how to save, how to invest, because every student deserves what these students here at Tollgate are getting. And I'm pleased to report we're making progress. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Cooper, who does such a great job here at Tollgate in implementing financial education, has also been very helpful to us up at the State House in testifying for this bill and in sharing his experiences with members of the legislature to convince them of its importance. And this year it looks like we're finally going to get it done. The bill has passed both the House and the Senate, and we're hoping that it'll be signed into law in the next few weeks so that all students can access personal finance education. Final thing I want to say is a big congratulations and good luck to Hope Flaherty, today's scholarship winner, who is going all the way out to UCLA, but we know we'll come back to Rhode Island one day, right, Mom? Yeah. You know, Hope is a great example of, you know, the ways that financial education and events like the Financial Literacy Fair can help young students recognize their dreams, realize their dreams. And I'll just say we're proud of you, and we're expecting great things from you, and we thank you all thank you for your commitment, and thank you to the parents as well. So with that, thank you to the whole Tollgate family for showing all of Rhode Island the value of high quality financial education. And thank you.
Thank you. And also I'd like to call up Principal Calori to say a few words as well.
Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today. Just a couple of quick things, but important things. I very much treasure the partnership that we have with Warwick Credit Union. They have committed to Tollgate High School as we've committed to them. They are outstanding community partners, and also, you know, help us provide another future through their scholarships for our students. I'd like to a big shout out to Mr. Cooper, who has really taken hold of financial literacy, absolutely, and the importance of all the things that Mr. Magaziner just talked about in terms of preparing people for the future and being prepared, especially when you go to college. There's enough debt when you go to college. Learning how to manage it is a whole nother matter. So again, thank you to the Warwick Credit Union. I'd like to thank the entire Tollgate faculty that is also supportive of this effort. We have had trying times in the last year and a half, but this is a very nice way to end the year. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Principal. And you know, just to kind of close up a little bit, we want to present a little something. Mr. Cooper, can you kind of come up here? Good. I know. Thank you very much for your work this year and partnering with us and working through all the bugs and getting through. I think we did a great job, and you were a great help with the kids. And we've got a little something for you and for your student teacher, Bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
A real pleasure, and you've been great partners.
Thank you very much. And that really, the last thing we have is the scholarship. So
No, Rose.
See all the cameras?
And can we have the treasurer and the mayor?
sure, yeah, come on up. Come on up.
None of this.
Sharon, would you like to get it? No, that's fine. I'm going to take photos.
I know. Used to be able to not see you.
That's right.